got 6 inches shorter. We've got it up on the rising blocks at the moment because I'm going to be getting underneath. So let's talk gas, right? So space is a premium. So quite a lot of us use the little tiny Campingaz bottles. Ours is underneath there. Just want to show you this. We've got gas powered shower, and also it's a little pull out cooking station, which is powered by gas as well. Now the gas locker is underneath the rib bed, and you can only fit a tiny little thing.
In the back there.
It's under there, right? So I'm going to show you what I've got. Just going to remove this. So this is one of the things I think all camping gas people struggle with is how much gas do you have left? How much is in there? Because there's no gauge. The only way you can gauge it, if you grab it and you're shaking it, you can't tell. You need to weigh it. And to weigh it, you've got to get it out. Right? To shake it, you need to get it out. So if you come down here now, gas is in there. I haven't got it plumbed up yet, but there's going to be a barbecue point there which I can hot swap this and that. So that's going to get plumbed in during this video. But in here, a little bit tricky to get out, right? So now you can get to your camping gas bottle. You don't know how much is in there until you get it out. And imagine that's all like screwed in and everything, with the regulator on there as well. Because the last thing you want is to run out of gas when you're away. So, in effect, you're going to have to get that out every time and weigh it and go, right, how much have I got left? Have I got enough for the weekend or however long you're going for? A friend of mine across the road, he's got 2 of these in his van for when it's going to run out. So that's double the space. And like I said, you don't know how much is in there.
It's always hard to tell, isn't
until
it?
you weigh.
Really hard to tell.
So I don't like it because I have to do that to even gauge how much we've got. So when we're at the caravan and motorhome and camping, I can't remember what it was, the show, I found a nugget of gold, which I'll put in whatever video.
Mommy.
Let me just get that nugget of gold now.
Mommy.
Okay, a nugget of gold, well it's yellow, is this, by Gaslow. And if you look, it's a very similar size bottle. It's the same capacity, a little bit taller because it's refillable. But look at this on the top. It has a gauge. You can either read it from here when it's inside. I'll be able to see it there, or you can read it from the top, depending on where your excess is. And you've got to go in there and turn it on and off anyway. So every time you turn it on or off at the end of a trip, you'll see how much you got left. And I know there's a module you can get to replace this, which is like Bluetooth, and you can have it on your phone. It's like 120 or 130 pounds, but
yeah, that's
I
quite
thought
a lot.
about it, but then I thought, if I'm going in there anyway to turn it off, I'm going to see it anyway.
Yeah,
I don't need it on a
see.
Bluetooth.
Exactly.
Unless you got one of those regulators you can use when you're driving around, you just have it on. But I'd rather turn it off anyway. So this is going to be going in that gas locker. And I bought that gas locker knowing I was going to be getting this. And it's literally just high enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's 350 high, which internally is about 340 with whatever. This height is 330, so you got 10 mil above that for the nut to go on. So this is going to go right to the top of my gas locker. Couldn't get anything bigger than that because it won't fit underneath the seat. And I needed it to go in there. So my job is to fit this in there, which seems like a simple job, right?
Yeah, you say that now.
But I've got to change all the pipe work, all right?
Mommy.
Because we're going to be having it, because this is refillable at an LPG station, I need a refill point, which is going to go underneath. And let me show you what they sent me, but it was not what I actually wanted. And they recommended something else, but I'm going to show you why it doesn't work. I need to go get what I originally wanted. There's two ways you can do it. You can have a round thing which you undo and then plug straight in. You can have it on the side of your van, or you can have it inside your gas locker if it's on the side. I thought I could have that angle bracket and just put that underneath. But they recommended, oh, if you're going to do it underneath, you probably need the square one, which is smaller, which is this. I'll show you why I don't like it. So basically is this, it goes in there, so you got something to close it up with, which is good. It keeps it out. But that means when you want to fill up, you got to undo that and then screw your adapter in before you can then fill it up at the station. Right, so you need to do that first, and when you finish, you've got to undo it and close it up. Now the round one, you just undo the cap, and then this is already there. And you put it on, which is a lot easier, especially when it's underneath.
Yeah.
So that's what I kind of wanted. But they went, no, go for the square when it's smaller, it's more discreet. Okay. Then what bracket do you want, straight or angled? I saw the angled one for the big one. It was about that big. I want the angled one, and it came like this. Now where this is going to mount, bearing in mind they knew it was going to go underneath the van, right? It'll come underneath here. So the chassis leg is there, so it'll go there. If anyone knows what the LPG guns look like, they're really bulky. If you go in straight here, you're not going to access it. It needs to be down here somewhere.
Yeah.
Right, so the round one I was looking at had a longer bracket, which means it can come down here, and then you just undo it, plug it in, do the cap back up like that without having to put all that stuff on. So I need to send this back and get the one I wanted originally, because although I could put it on here, but look how thick that is. I can't screw into there.
Yeah,
and
we're
that
also
looks
taking
horrible
it
anyway.
off at some point anyway,
We
because that's an old...
So I need to go into this bumper chassis leg here to put it here. But if it was down here out the way, it'd be a lot easier, right? And then everything I need is in this one location.
Yeah.
Yes, it will hang down a little bit, and you will be able to see it a little bit when you get down there, but you need to be able to see it to get access with the gun. So, yeah, so that's going to have to go back. But what I'm going to do now, I need to figure out, I want to make sure that when I finally hook it up, I've got everything I need. The fill-in option came with a 1.5 meter hose, which apparently that is. We could have a 2 meter hose. Is this long enough to go inside the locker, which connects to this top one there? Go out through the drop vent and get to the location I want it, or do I need a longer hose? So I need to do that now and figure out that before I send this back, because if I send that back and get it in and I've got the wrong size hose, again I'll lose another week.
Yes.
So I need to get that ready. So there's a lot of figuring out to do today, but what I will do, and what I have got to do, is get the gas locker back out. I've got a wall mounted regulator I've got to fit. Now I've got the 90-degree one, and it has a bracket on. That bracket's coming off, and I'm going to drill holes in there and screw it directly to the side, just to get rid of one of the brackets, right? And you'll see why I needed this one rather than the straight one later on when I fit it. So I've got that, and then we got the gas pipe that needs to come out of the gas locker into the back of that bullfinch, I think it's called.
That sounds right.
Bullfinch hookup point, which is that one there, which has these. So I've got 2 of these. So that go on the end of the hose, and basically that goes in here.
Oh,
you
yes,
see?
I can see.
And then that's it, and it's attached.
Kind of neat and tidy.
And then
that
I can
is.
take it off, put the other one in, and attach it, and then away you go.
Yep.
And you don't need the gas off to do that. You can do that when it's hot. I say hot, it's not hot and heat. I mean, it's on. So that's really, really cool. So I've got that to do. And to connect all those up, it's copper pipe. It's not rubber hose. And the pipes here as well, they're all stainless steel. And there's no rubber in there because the rubber does degrade after time. The oil comes out of it and it goes into your regulator and can block it up. So, and they recommend you change your rubber hoses every 5 years, but these are guaranteed for 20 years.
Oh wow, bloody hell.
Without degrading these.
That's good.
So if you can imagine, if you left one in for 5 years, if you get an older van, got a rubber hose in there, that'll start degrading, bits of it, and oil will be coming out of it and blocking up your regulator.
Mm-hmm.
So that could mean it blocks and keeps it on, or it can block and reduce your pressure, right? But either way, you don't want that. So that's what the new style ones are like. There's some new regulations anyway in certain places. So again, like I said, I always want to make sure I put the best stuff in here. And that's what I'm doing. Right, I need to get that gas locker out and start modifying it. Right, so this is how I can get to the gas locker here. And I can slide out, but I just need to get rid of get the drop vent out first. Yeah, at the moment it's not secured in. The only thing that's securing it in at the moment is the drop vent, because there's a hole all the way through the floor. And I put that in, it stops it from moving about. So I just had to pull that up. Now I can get out. You see how tight this is? It's literally, that goes on it, right? And that brings that down. So now I can pull this back. See, couldn't get a bigger one in there if I wanted to. If you look down there, there's the drop vent hole, which is where the hose is going to go. Right, let's get this out. So now I've got it up here. This might be my first time trying to fit this in. It better fit. Whoa. Ooh. Going this way. Ooh. See what I mean? See how tight this stuff is?
Uh-huh. This is why you have to meticulously plan everything.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Right, okay, so if you have a look, that's what it's going to look like. And you've got the fill hose there, which will come out, bend around, come down the back here out the drop vent. And then you've got the regulator hose here, which will come off this one, go around the back. And I want to fit this regulator here, and there better be enough space. So I've taken this little bracket off that it comes with, because this little bracket goes on there just so you can screw it to the wall easy, right? If it's on the wall somewhere, you can just screw it in. But for me, it adds a little bit of extra height to it, right? Because if you see it's there, you're adding that extra to it when it could be there, right? And every little millimetre counts in here. And if you come this side, you'll see why. Because I need that to sit here, right? Whether I can get that out with this in there or not, I don't know. So once it's in there, it's staying there, and that's it. And that's the good thing about it being refillable. All you need to do is turn that on and off.
Yes.
Right? So that's easily accessible. You can read that easily. You can see what it is. It's there, right? And you've got the test point here for the gas regulator test point there. Now this is why I needed a 90-degree bending one. Gaslow don't actually supply that one. They only supply the straight one, which goes straight through. I've got no space to have it coming out. So I needed it 90 degree, because this hose, this flexi hose will be coming off here. You see? Going round the back and then screwing onto there. And then I'll have the copper pipe coming out the bottom of this, going into this, which is the bulkhead transfer. So I've got to drill a hole in here for this to be down here somewhere. I'm just going to take that off a minute, make sure I don't lose the copper ring. But it essentially be a bit down here, right? So it'll be down here. So there'll be copper coming out of there, down through that. And that's where it comes out to the outside, which would be here. And then I'll have to copper pipe again going out to the back of the bullfinch. Bullfinch?
I think that's what you said.
I can't
Yeah,
remember the word.
that sounds right.
Whatever it is. So it'll all be all the pipe work and all the fixings are metallic, no rubber, nothing to degrade, nothing to perish, nothing to split, and it's going to be safe, right? So that's my job. Like I said, once I get this in, I don't know if that'll come out, but I can try it, right?
So it's worth a try.
First things first, just check this regulator hose fits in there nicely, and it's not like too big or something, right?
It's definitely fiddly.
Okay, so this is going to be on this side.
What a nice looking bottle though. I don't know why. Something really appealing about it being yellow.
Oh, we've got a yellow van as well. So.
We do.
Oh, this one's a left-handed thread. So you must remember that. Left-handed that side, right-handed thread that side. And this is a right-handed thread. A mixture of right-handeds and left-handeds.
Why would that be, do you think?
Well, gas is generally left-handed thread.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
But that's the only one. All the rest are right-handed. So I've got to see whether this works now, because I'm going to need to attach this out here before I get it in, right? And I'm just going to move this a little bit because bring this to the edge. You'll see why in a sec. It's basically, I need this to be going out the drop bit.
Like a little sneaky snake coming out.
Right, let's see if this fits. This all attached.
Oh God.
Hang on a minute, let me put it down there.
Oh, oh.
Give myself a few extra mil for taking this off.
It's like you're taking off the rubber seal.
Yep. Trying to. Right, rubber seal off. Come on. And as for a lot of swearing, I managed to get it in. Literally just. I've had to take the seal off, which is not glued on or anything, so it's fine. I had to lay it down like this because it was easier. But what I ended up having to do was turn the bottle around. So the refill bit, which is at the top, was at a different angle, which gave me just enough to then press it past here. And it literally was like... So now I'm trying to find the natural location of the bottle with the hoses. Now this is a real stink of a job, I'm telling you. I'm sorry guys. Probably not going to recommend you do this because it's been really difficult. But there you go. Yeah, we'll get there in the end. Now, this regulator hose, I thought it was going to be short, but if it was a couple of inches shorter, it would make my life a lot easier. Because it's buttoned against the back, but if I just tuck it up at the top, it should be right. Right, now I've got a position for that. I'm going to do this up for a sec because I want to keep this gas bottle in a position quickly. Not quickly, but I want to keep it there for a minute. Just need to turn it slightly clockwise. There you go, so that's facing there. That's where I want it. And the hoses look like they are in a good position. So I'm drilling holes to make this now. I use this as a template up on there. I've just done some pilot holes, I've just got to do some bigger ones. Then I can screw it on. Safety first, wear glasses. Don't have a proper deburrer, so just using the bigger one. Right, so now I can screw in the regulator. There it fits. So I just screwed it in. Just wanted to make sure that the lid goes on because I thought I'd had it back a little bit further. Yeah, that's all right. That's good. There's when this was off, the test point looked like it was standing proud, and I was like, oh, shit. Don't know how much it was going to squish down. So if you see, that's really quite. So you're there, right? Obviously it squishes.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how much it was going to squish, but it's alright, it's fine. Right, next is this.
And what's that piece?
So this, I'm going to drill in down here, where the copper pipe will come out of here and go into there. And then you have copper pipe on the outside.
Okay.
So there's a way of transferring the gas from the inside to the outside, but in a sealed manner.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just have a great big hole and have a pipe coming out, because then the gas can come out of that hole.
Yeah.
The only thing you have in the gas locker for the hole, for anything to release, comes out the bottom, which goes outside the vehicle. So it's, yeah. Ideally, I would want to do this without the bottle inside.
There's probably no chance you're going to take it back out now, is
No, not a chance. I'm not going through that again. Ever in my life do I want to go through that again. So, I want to make sure I can get to it easy enough. Now I've got to think about where it's going on in the inside of the van as well, but there's plenty of space for it. Because it's going to come out of there, then I have to come along and go up into the, it's around about here I think. Let me just go measure it. Right, so the connection point on the bullfinch, whatever, it's 150 mil from the bottom of the, which is here. It needs to go upwards, so you need a radius on it. Now here we need a radius to go down and in, so I'm thinking it's going to have to come down here somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so if I drill a hole there, that's enough of there, that's just to get me started. So now I need to find the right size drill bit, and I better have one.
Let's hope so.
Right, that hole's drilled. Bigger than I thought it was going to be. Right, time to get this in. So I've got the short end inside. Two 14mm spanners. I'm going to do this nice and tight because when I'm doing this up I don't want it to spin. So, as you can see now, I've got the regulator in place and I've got my external exit there. So I've just got to connect copper from there to there, which is why copper pipe and a little, it's the thing, right? You need this tool to get a really good cut to make it easy for you, but It's something you don't normally use. But you know, all these little tools cost loads of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thing we'll do. So then I want to get it from there. Ooh. There. Into there. This is difficult. Bit there. Direction this way, so towards me. It's not tight enough. Oh, there you go.
Oh, got there in the end.
That took ages for a little pipe. Okay. Right, so now it's just bending it into shape. First I've got to straighten it. Now it's in, I've cut the pipe. I was hoping this would be a little bit more flexible than this and I could get away without having to buy a pipe bender, but no, need to buy a pipe bender because trying to get it in there, it's just starting to kink and that's not good. I'm not happy with stuff like that. But I just thought it would be a little bit easier than that, but nope. I tried doing it on a few things, but it just, as soon as it kind of goes doosh, there's no way, because if you try and get it back, it's weakened and it would do that, right?
Yes.
So, good old Amazon. I'm going to be here tomorrow, so I can have another go tomorrow. Okay, so it's a day later. I had to wait most of the day for Amazon to deliver. It's a very sunny day. Cold beer, looks really, really nice in the sun. Glistening gold, but almost a little bit coppery, just like the copper pipe. Sorry. So whilst Helen was at the park with Ruby, and I had a notification saying that the Amazon, I was like 8 deliveries away from the Amazon thing. Come back, saw the guy. By the time you got back, babe, I've already made the pipe. And here it is.
There it is, in all its glory.
So I've used, I'll show you what I did. On a piece of, so I did one first, 90-degree bend, but when I put it in, it wasn't going to be quite long enough. So this was from a piece yesterday. So this pipe bender is amazing. Just locks in there. You put it in, and then you bend it to your desired bend, and that's it. Lovely. So for this, to get the radius on it for it to go up, it was going to come past here. So I had to then over bend it to come in back and then bend it back,
okay.
which is why it's got that on there. Okay.
Okay.
So what I did with that then, people would be like, yeah, whatever. I'll put it in the other way. Ooh. Bent it back until I got it back to like 90 degree. So that's basically what I did. And then fit it on. As you see, it would have been a little bit too short. Tiny. So that's why I had to make another one, because I knew it was going to be too short. So it's basically ready to go in the van now, but this is where the but is. I haven't fitted this yet properly because I've got to get this through the floor. And to get this through the floor, seeing as that this is, I can't like drop it in, I've got to move this gas cylinder over to this corner more so this drop vent can go up.
Oh, so it can pop back up.
Right? So I have to do that, then get it in position, and then put the gas bottle back, which is a pain because I've got to get the hose in the exact right place before I put this on. But it's very easy to take off because it just does that. It's in position, right? Up all the way, and it's in the right place to push in all the way there. But what I need to make sure when transporting it, I don't lose the olives. I don't have any spare. So I'm going to put those on so the olives don't fall off. That's these little things, if you didn't know what that is. So basically the olive, when you do it at the compression joint, it compresses the olive around and makes an airtight seal, or a gas tight seal in this instance. Right, okay. So now I've got to get this in. I know it's still going to be a struggle because I've got to feed the pipe in and everything. It's going to be a real struggle. But
yes, we may not film it all because he may end up swearing.
I will. I will be swearing. But so with that loose, now I can. Not yet.
Almost.
Get it over to there. Come on. Gonna swear. Hang on, it's stuck. Right. So if I maneuver it all the way forward. Oh, come on, you little bugger. See, this, me trying to do this in a confined space, you know it's going to go wrong. But there you go.
Oh, he's done it. There you go.
So as you see, if it's in this position, if you come on in with that there, there's no way this would be able to get there if that was on.
Yeah.
So that's why I've got to do that when it's inside. Right. Here comes the painful bit. So I don't know how I'm going to get this pipe through as well at the same time. So I'll put it back up on the ramps because I'm going to need to get underneath. I'm also going to need to get in here. Yeah. So I need to empty this stuff again. Always moving stuff around.
One day we'll get to a point where we don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah. Can't wait. Right. Now you can see through there. You can see where the hole is.
Let's have a look.
I'm going to go on the inside. Here's the hole. So, yeah. Let the operation begin. Right, this is going to be difficult. So I've got to put the hose down the hole. See if I can get this in. Maybe I can do it this way, actually. Yes. And then that way. There you go. Right, whether that's the right place or not, I don't know. That wasn't too bad. I need to get a knee pad.
Oh, knee pad, yep. Because that sore hurts.
I've got sensitive knees. If anyone remembers that film. Right. Take those off. Right. I need to pull this out.
Oh yeah, look at our snazzy
Yeah.
shelf that Shane had made.
I designed the frame and everything. Right. I've got to get in there, so sorry. Will I fit? Yep. Right, now I've got to get my hands in. I've got to line up the hole. This is going to be real tough.
He's not good at working in confined spaces.
It's because I'm quite big. Everything's a tight space. Yeah, come back in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, that was hard. Right, got it there. Just moving the pipe, making sure this goes back in the far back position over top of the drop vent, which it is, and the pipe's in the right place. Right, so I should be able to Whew. That was hard. Untwist this. Oh, sorry about the chinky chink 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 noise. There you go. Sorry, I just had to untwist the strap.
Okay.
Right, so now I can strap this bottle in. Wow, this is tight. But at least the drop vent is in the right place. I've got a screw hole in the bottom of this, so when I've got it lined up, I'm going to screw it down and it will stop it from rotating. Then I'll silicone sealing up the drop vent underneath, stop any moisture coming back into the floor. But for now, that's done. Right, so now it's a case, I don't know if you can see, I don't, so I'm just going to go get the copper pipe. I'll be back. Oh, right, back in. Oh. Right, for this job, you need two 14mm spanners and two 17mm. 17mm for the regulator and 14 for the bulkhead. External transfer type thing. Right, I can take this off easily. Sorry, use frog tape so it didn't leave any residue. Right, so top first into there. Right, so I'm in. I'm just gonna make sure that's down there when I do it. Okay, I'm gonna do the bottom first. So I'm gonna bring the olive in. Right, just gonna finger tighten up. You're supposed to bring it back slightly and then do half a turn. So these are the 14s. I'm gonna hold it there. Wow, it says a quarter to a half a turn apparently. So that's a quarter. Let's go again. That's nowhere near tight enough, no way. I don't think I got it tight enough to go with. Right, a lot of swearing. This is really tough. Basically, it wasn't tightening because it wasn't on properly. When I took the copper pipe off, it screwed on straight away. There was just a slight angle, it just wasn't going on. Right, so I believe it's there now, I think. Right, so I should be able to give it a tighten in a minute. Right, so kind of nip it. Right, ready? So now it's quarter to a half, right? There's 1/4. There's another. I think that's it. Right, so that's that one in. Now I'm going to do the top one for the regulator. Now obviously I'm going to do a gas pressure test on this and everything, and also do a leak test. I can't do that until it's filled up. So there's a lot to do yet. Right, I'm going to bring this down, do this up. This is going to be really tough to do. Really tough. This angle is really not very nice. Right. Okay. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I need to get over here. Right, now it's done up. I just need to put the toilet back in the right position. Make sure this is square. I can do that from here. And then I can screw the screw end down here to lock it in position. And then that silicone sealant underneath. Right, so it's lined up. This is going to be easier said than done. I have to get a different screwdriver, I think. I'm not joking, guys. That is the worst thing I've ever tried doing. Like with the drop vent and fitting it all in there, you know, because it's so tight, and then come around to doing this pipe work and trying to get it from there to there, because it's such a short run. It makes it really, really difficult to get it right, and it needs to be right. It can't go in at an angle. It needs to be straight. Otherwise, when you do the olives up, they're not going to be tight and you know, sealed. So I think I've done a good job, but we will see when we do the leak test. But basically, here you go. Kind of thing, it's there, right? And even putting this pipe air ducting back on for the heating was really, really difficult because it's so restricted. It was just really, really difficult. It was the hardest thing ever. But at least I can get to this to turn it on and off easily, and I can see the gauge from here. Yeah, and this is tight anyway. Putting this on and off. It's let me get in there. Hang on. Oh, come on. There you go.
There you go. Popped on.
That's in there. It's sealed. Now, that's that bit. Obviously, we've got the fill to do. Now, the hose that I got was 1.5 meters. And I was hoping it would be long enough, and it is just. So if you'd like to come underneath the van with me.
Oh, let's go under.
Okay, give me that.
There we go.
Right. As you can see, there's the drop vent with the hose coming out. Now I'm going to be routing this around. Well, let me put you in wide. There you go. Around the spare wheel. And there's a place there I'll be able to tie it. And then it's going to be coming here. Basically there. So the bracket will be around about here. The fill station will be about there. And I hope that's enough reach with the gun to get in there, but time will have to tell. I can't tell, but we'll have to give it a go. But considering I don't have the fill point I want, for now I've got to cable tie this up out the way, but I don't want anything to get into this pipe, so I'm going to put a bag on it, cable tie that just to protect it. You don't want loads of dirt getting in there, right? And you then blow back up into the fill point. Can I have my cable tie, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. One more. And then I'm just going to cable tie this out of the way for now. And hopefully get the other fill point later on in the week, and I might fit it whilst we're doing the go-kart racing this weekend, because I won't have time otherwise.
You want to fix the car with Daddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you really? Can I have one other one? Thank you very much. Mind your head. Right. That's up out of the way. Cable tied. And that's as much as I can do for today. well, on that system anyway, I've got a few other things I want to do. There's going to be a cut here, and the next bit will be hopefully doing the fill. Right, see you in a bit. You going to try?
Yeah.
Go on then, you've got to go up further. Let's do that. Go on then. Okay, lie down. That's it. Oh dear.
You remind me of me when I was a little kid.
Where's the sunglasses? Yeah, that's better.
Safety first.
Safety first. You got to put your glasses on. Anything falls down. Look at her. She's comfortable as anything. Look. No, put your glasses on.
It's to stop anything falling in your eyes.
Yeah.
Are you trying to put the cable tie on?
Now I know I said earlier on that I don't recommend anyone do this. I seriously don't recommend anyone does this because it literally is the hardest thing. Having a gas locker that small and trying to ram it in and then having it that tight was just so hard. I'd stick it somewhere else, but it looks like I've managed to do it, which is great. But if there's anything wrong, if there's anything maintenance-wise or anything like that to look at, it's going to be a real nightmare. That's why I'm saying it. I don't recommend anyone actually does it in such a small gas locker. Give yourself a bit of space. It's going to make the job a lot easier to maintain if anything goes wrong. But if you're really, really stuck for space like me, looks like it's possible. But with a lot of swearing. really was hard. So yeah, I just hope the fill works, because if I need a longer hose, I've got to take all that back out to get a different hose on it. I'm gonna be gutted.
Yeah,
but
let's hope that's not the case.
yeah, we shall see.
We shall see.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna grab myself a beer. I'm gonna put my tools away, grab myself a beer, relax, and I've got a few more things to do on the front panel, and then I'm calling it for the weekend because I'll be done. See you in a bit. Right, we're at the go-kart weekend. I've got a little bit of time spare, so I'm going to try and fit this gas filler point. It's really tight for space and tight for the hose length. If I had a little like that much extra hose, it would give me more options, but I don't. Yeah, it's going to be really tight, so you can come underneath if you like. One of the reasons why it's really tight is because obviously we've got the water point there, and it's going to be right next to it here, and the tow bar. So it's really tight. I've drilled the one hole ready. This I'm really impressed with the quality of this material and stuff. For this, it's really solid. I wish I could get 6 fixings in there, but I'm not going to be able to. The chassis is not that wide, because these are designed to go inside like a locker onto a fiberglass point. But instead I'm putting this onto it. That's why it's got such a big foot, right? But instead it's going to go up on the chassis leg, which is obviously a lot harder. And it's going to go there. So if you see underneath, I've got my electric here, the water here, and then the gas point there. Well, I just got to figure out which one of these I can get away with. Okay, so I have marked both holes, but I've only drilled the one, so I'm gonna actually rivet this in first, and then use the hole in here to line up the drill, because I don't want it like slightly misaligned. I want it up there. So let's get this rivet started. It's important when you're riveting to make sure everything's flat up against it, so you need to be up there. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Go ahead. There you go. Now I can use that as a guide to draw the hole. Safety glasses, remember? Safety first. There we go. There you go. Yeah. Oh, I can't get on it straight. It's really awkward.
Yeah, that's the problem with working underneath the car, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
it's so difficult.
Right, when you get it close to the end, do the small bits. So when it actually breaks, it just does that rather than all the way there and you're like there and it goes bang. You want it there, so it just goes. Tick. That's what you want. Right, that is solid. So now I can put this in. You need to make sure that the little things, I don't know what I call them, but the keyways going horizontal, not vertical. So put that in. Put the back bit on. And now I can use the self-tapping screws to screw into the back. There are 6 of them. The other ones are up there, so I'll need to get you to get them for me in a sec. I'm just going to tighten these up. 8mm socket. I'm not going to do them all up all the way yet until they're all in. Alright, fresh in after being out there, and let me get this finished. Probably would have had time to have done it before we went out. We went up there a bit early. Right, so I've got the other screws, so the 6 screws basically. Can you see that?
Hold on, there we go.
So it's just a self-tapping screw with a X head on the top, 8mm. Yeah, I'm just going to quick screw it. You don't need to film this bit, don't think. So that's on there. It's got a little bit of an angle down, which is fine because that's going to help with getting the gun in, I think. Yeah. And if you look at the end of them, there's a nice taper on there.
It's really hard to do this under
There you
the
go.
car. There
It's
you
all
go.
tapered, which is nice. It goes on that taper bit there. So I'm going to do these up. And then what I'll have to do once I've done it up is to cable tie this up out the way, probably here, so it's away from when the spare wheel drops, and it's not tight against here. Yeah, you don't want it tight like that, right? You want the relaxed bit here. That'll be fine. Cable tie up through there, be good. But first thing, I've got to do this up. Right, the only thing is I don't have a spanner, adjustable spanner, tight enough, big enough, so I'm going to have to do it with these, which is going to mark it, unfortunately. No, they're not roll grips, just... Ooh.
He says it's going to mark it, but no one's going to see it, so it's okay.
Look at that. Look what I did. See? Mark on it. Damn it. Yeah, that's tight. That should be good. Right, just need to get a cable tie that up, and then you come right here. Now I've got a new tow bar on order. It's a detachable one, so this would be all be out of view.
Yeah, this is the ugly standard AA one.
Yep. If you look, there you go. Come back.
Lovely, lovely.
Remember, this is up on ramps at the
Yeah,
moment.
it's on the ramps.
So then, we'll just go in there and away. That's it. And I can still get to this to turn it, which is what I need. So it's all usable. So you can see it coming out the drop then. So I've cable tied it there and there. Keep it away from here, like I said. And then got a soft loop down to there. Cool. I'll change this, I think. I'll change this pipe for something else, I think. We were kinking. There you go, job done. Dog hides it though.
Yep.
Let's see. There it is. Well, the thing is when you stood up, you can't see it there. You have to come back in before you can start seeing it. And I may be getting eventually a little body kit on here anyway, so that'll be even a little bit lower. So I need it lower, to be fair, otherwise we'll never be able to do that. But you need good access to get to it, so that should be good. Now the test would be, because we're going to go and fill this bottle up so I can do all the leak tests, is how easy the gun is to get onto that position.
Yeah.
And whether I need to put it up on riser blocks just to get the gun in, because obviously the gun comes out and it goes quite down. It's quite big. So, but if that's the case, that's the case, right? I'd rather that than have a hole in the side of the back.
Yeah, I can't stand that. That's horrible.
Right, so we're using the gas in the blue bottle at the moment. We're just about to start cooking.
Do you like our pull-out shells? Show you how this custom made.
Right design. Yeah, we're just gonna. This is why I had it, so I can stand up. It's a nice cooking height. Walking away out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know how much gas is left in that bottle, and that's the whole reason why we're doing this.
Exactly. Because it could run out halfway through cooking our sausages.
Yeah, imagine that.
And then we'll just be hungry. We'll have to go buy expensive food from the burger wagon thing that's on site here.
How many are we doing? We're doing them all.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, aren't we? So I've got 2 packs.
Okay, yeah, let's do all of them. Ruby can have one and Mika can have one too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there because we're going to cook and eat before Shane goes out again.
Yep.
We'll see you guys do it.
When we fill up the gas.
Yeah, so that's been a
Which
couple
might
of
be at the
days.
end of our holiday or the beginning of it. I can't remember.
Yeah, we don't know. So we'll see you then. Bye.
Alright, time to fill this up. Got some leak detector spray from Screwfix, about £5. Just been spraying some of the stuff inside the fill pipe. I think it's going to be really difficult. I'm going to do it underneath here quickly, just to make sure. Just to make sure it's not leaking, which I don't think it will. Right, so time to do it. So, firstly, down here.
Let's go down here.
I'll go on in, go down the bottom. Can't see, I was doing it blind. What's that? This one's going to be really easy. So it's got instructions on the side. Put it in, turn it, and then lock it. So hopefully there's enough room for that.
I love how old-fashioned the pump looks.
The good thing is it's nice and straight. A lot of the others are everything.
Yeah.
Goes down, so this should be easy. The two bars in the way. Right. Depends how far you got to do this. Oh no, see? Two bars not in the way.
Oh, okay.
Right, let's see.
Nice.
Right. Now you just press that, hold it. I want to see if there's a leak though, but there you go. Stop automatically. It should do anyway. It's only 95 pence per litre, which is cheap.
Good.
Ranges around between 95 pence and £1.5. So they should stop shortly.
Really hard to see on camera, but it looks like it says 5.06 litres.
Right, there's no bubbles at the back, so there's no leak there, which is good. Right, now let's do the little psst. There you go. That's done.
Done.
Yep, it's all done. So that wasn't too bad. Like the guy said, in the wet it might not be so easy.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm just not going to be doing it all the time. Give me a list of all their other branches because they're not open on the weekends. They've closed on Friday, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
That costs a total of £4.84
Wow.
to fill from empty.
£4.84, so not even a fiver.
Nope.
That's amazing.
It's good.
What do you think, Ruby? Is that good? Is that
The only
good?
thing I have noticed, I do have a leak on the regulator,
Oh,
so I've got to do that up.
I thought I heard a slight little hiss. Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I need to
okay.
tighten that up somehow.
Are you saying cheese?
Ah,
Oh dear. Okay, so that's
typical.
another little thing to do. But the filling process,
Fitting process pretty easy.
yeah, not bad. Little
Tight.
It's so funny. It looks so old-fashioned. But yeah, so yeah, we'll have a look at that when we get back home then.
Gonna turn this around. Right, so that price is pretty damn cheap compared to changing the whole camping gas tank, right? Came back home, looked at the regulator hose. It was literally a rubber washer that was missing. It was still in the packaging. All the other connections didn't have any washers in at all. They were all like kind of like taper fit and stuff, apart from the regulator one, right? And that washer had fallen off and it was inside the packaging. So I was literally unscrew that, put the washer in, screw it back on, nip it up, and it was fine. It's been fine. We used it when we went camping in the New Forest.
We did.
And there's another video for that.
Yep.
And it's worked really well. It's been really, really good. I've changed the tow bar.
Look at that.
So now that tow bar is a removable or detachable tow bar, so the actual swan neck comes off, and it's by Tow Trust.
Same as the one he's got on his
on the
Jag.
Got the same make, same type. They're phenomenal. They're really good.
No, they are.
So it's tidied at the back end, but also
Definitely.
there's a lot more space around here.
Look at that.
Because where the other tow bar was right up against it, now there's about 3 fingers worth of a gap. So it's going to be easy, no matter what gun and where we go to be able to fill that now. So I'm much happier with that now. And no, I didn't film a video of how I put the tow bar on. Sorry.
He just wanted to get it done.
And yeah, it was hard enough. It wasn't hard. It's hard getting the old one off because the bolts are kind of not rusted in, but they were very hard to get out.
Yeah.
But once I got them out, I just wanted to get it off, get the new one on. The time was going by.
Yep.
Yeah, and filming it whilst you're doing it sometimes hinder you, and I just
I
wanted
was
to
just
get
about
it
to
done.
say, sometimes it's a hindrance to film stuff.
But it was easy. It was a good job. Putting a new one on was easy. It was just getting the old one off. Yeah, so been really good. Really happy with it. Yeah, I think it's one of the best things I've done.
I think so. It's really good.
Can, you know, when you go in there to turn on the gas, you can see the gauge and stuff. So you're not gonna get caught out with no gas, you know.
Exactly.
Or we can just top it up on the way. You know? And the maximum it ever cost would be £5.
Yeah, it's insane, isn't it? The cost is just.
One thing I'd like to do is go and fill it up now and see how much gas I've used over that weekend. Because I used it for the shower, I used it for the cooking.
That's
one thing I'd like to do. Not going to leave it for this video, but you know, can always put it in the description if anyone's kind of interested. But yeah, but there you go. That's it, really. That's all I've got to say for it.
Yep.
It was really, really good.
It is really good.
Cool.
So, yeah,
Right.
hope you've found this helpful.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know, and yeah, leave a comment, subscribe if you like. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.